Hello there, I'm Thomas Hatsios, the British American pilot flying the Boeing 777-300ER tonight's flight from Zurich International Airport. We're going to be able to fly Zurich, Switzerland, Germany, then coming back to the Zurich International Airport. Runway 14 for an ILS localizer. Landings right now in the cockpit for the pre-takeoff preparation of the PMG simulation and Microsoft Flight Simulator X Boeing 777-300ERX. I'm going to start showing you the cockpit instruments that displays and the functions of the Boeing 777-300ER jet aircraft. I'm going to start with the primary flight display that displays the airspeed indicator, the ground speed, the airspeed selected from the autopilot and flight director system panel, the radio altitude above the ground level, the magnetic heading and track, the magnetic north pole and the magnetic variation depending on where we are in the world. We have also the altitude indicator with the pitch ladder in degrees and the bank angle in degrees. We have the ILS localizer, horizontal localizer and vertical glide slope, the needles and the crossbars for guidance to the runway for landing, and also we have the flight director crossbars for manual guidance of the aircraft, and the autopilot crossbars for automatic guidance of the aircraft. We have also the altitude tape with the barometric altitude, the barometric pressure of the outside atmosphere, and the altitude selected from the autopilot and flight director system panel. We have also the vertical rate of climb of the aircraft, climb at the same tens, hundreds and thousands of feet per minute. That also determines the trigonometric angle in degrees, the steepness of the trigonometric angle in degrees the aircraft can climb or descend. We have also the flight mode annunciator, the autopilot and the autothrottle later and vertical navigation modes, and also the angle of attack of the aircraft as it flies. We have also the navigation display that displays the inertial reference position, the GPS position of the aircraft, the waypoints, the nav rates. We have the terrain and weather radar that displays the reflection from the terrain. You can see with the yellow, red and green color and the elevation and the distance where the terrain is located. So you can see the mountains, you can see the sea, you can see other airports. We have the airports also here displayed. So you can see here with green, red and yellow color all the airports around you. So we have also uh, we have the flight plan here, the route we have created. I'm gonna talk to you using the flight management computer over here. So I'm gonna show you how to create a route and display it in the navigation display, and also this is gonna be followed by the autopilot and flight director system panel. So we have also the display of other aircraft that fly around our own aircraft using the transporter data, PNADs, C, transmitter receiver that transmits and receives the frequency of our aircraft to other aircraft, and the air traffic control also receives from other aircraft and displays them in the navigation display as a diamond shaped aircraft. You can see in the navigation display the distance where the other aircraft is located, the altitude difference from our own aircraft, the direction in the airspeed, and this also generates the TICA system, the traffic collision and alert system advisories. You can see in the navigation display other aircraft flying close or far away, the distance also. So I'm gonna show you also that. I'm gonna show you how to create a flight plan using the flight management computer. So you can see a route here. We're gonna input using the flight management computer all the data of the aircraft for this flight. That includes we're gonna make calculations about the takeoff and the flying speeds. It's gonna make automatically, so we're gonna use the takeoff gross weight. That includes the empty weight plus the passenger plus the cargo plus the reserve fuel plus the taxi fuel plus the trip fuel. So we're gonna have the takeoff weight. We're gonna use also the flaps to take off for this runway, like 15 degrees of flaps. We're gonna input all the data in the flight management computer for that, and this is gonna calculate the mean aerodynamic chord position of the forward wings of the aircraft that transverses the center of gravity axis. The mean aerodynamic chord is the position where the maximum aerodynamic lift occurs in the top of the wings, and also where the stall begins, also where the center of pressure is. So frequency. We're gonna see also that, and this also helps us to calculate the center of gravity and the position of the horizontal trim stabilizer from takeoff, climb, cruise, descent, approach, and landing. So we're gonna have this also calculated using the flight management computer. This input we're gonna use the runway we're gonna use for takeoff. We have the storage in the database of the flight management computers. We have stored all the airports and the runways. So it's gonna give us the runway length, the runway slope, the runway conditions, if it is ice, dry or wet, the wind direction and speed, and also the flaps we're gonna use on the horizontal trim stabilizer that I told you. The center of gravity is gonna give us the takeoff speed, the V1, V-rotate, and the V2, that is the takeoff speed. So you're gonna see also that. Then we're gonna create, using the flight management computer again, a complete route, a complete flight path or flight plan for the aircraft from the departure, airport, and runway. We're gonna use the seats, the standard instrument departures from this runway. That includes waypoints and fixes, horizontal and vertical waypoints and fixes for the departure of the aircraft. That is going to be displayed in the navigation display. We're going to have determined waypoints and fixes for climb, cruise, and descent and approach. And we're going to select the destination, airport, and runway with the stars, the start of terminal, arrival, waypoints and fixes for horizontal and vertical navigation. We're going to input also the Lszh localizer, the instrument landing system, the vertical and horizontal glide slope, and needles for guidance with the crossbars of the Lszh localizer for guidance into the runway. That is the instrument landing system of the destination, airport, and runway. We're going to select the frequency, the heading of the runway, magnetic or true, geographical. Also we're going to have the frequency. It's going to be tuned for the Lszh localizer automatically using the flight management computer when we select the destination, airport, and runway, or manually using the radio management panel over here. I'm gonna show you also that. So the route we're gonna create this flight plan, you can see it displayed now. I have already created one with the stars, the waypoints, the seasoning, the fixes, and also the constraint, like speed constraints and all the constraints. So we're gonna have also you can see we have the LNAV and the VNAV over here in the autopilot and flight director system panel. I'm gonna show you later what it's doing. So this is gonna take all the data from the flight management computer. I have created this flight plan, so I'm gonna show you how also it's interconnected with the flight management, with the autopilot and the flight director system panel, the LNAV and the VNAV, the lateral navigation, the vertical navigation guidance of the autopilot and flight director system panel. So I'm gonna show you also that. I'm gonna show you also then after that I'm gonna show you the autopilot and flight director system panel over here. That includes the autopilot engage and disengage switch, the auto throttle left and auto throttle right engage and disengage switch, the flight director engage and disengage switch, the airspeed select node. We can select an airspeed in nautical miles, nodes, or Mach speed, and this is gonna give us the autopilot and flight director system panel and auto throttle commands for the FAREX. The FAREX are the full authority digital electronic control computers, one installed per engine gearbox, controls, monitors, and displays all the data and the functions of its engine. You see we have the General Electric 90 turbo fan turbojet engines installed in this jet aircraft, one in the left wing, one in the right wing for symmetrical thrust and redundancy. So I'm gonna show you also that, and this is gonna give the command that thrust rating or power rating. Over here you can see the speed of the rotation of the fans of the rotor blades. Like here the end2 of the turbo fan turbojet aircraft we have from the engines here, so you can see how fast this is spinning. So you can see also the thrust levers. We have the thrust levers for manual control of the engines like this. I'm gonna show you also how to do that. So this is the airspeed guidance of the aircraft using the autopilot and flight director system panel. Select the airspeed. The heading guidance, the vertical rate of climb and descent of the aircraft, the autopilot engages and disengages, and the altitude. Also select the VOR localizer, the flight director, the auto throttle left and right. So we have all the switches we need. Also we have the auto throttle disconnect here in this small switch. We disconnect the auto throttle like that, pressing this switch here from over here. So you will see also that then I will continue with the other systems. So we have the autopilot, as I told you, the airspeed guidance. We select an airspeed, it commands the FAREX that control the engine's functions and the parameters using the upper and the lower engine indication controller system display. So also the flight director, and we can select two main modes of thrust, the fixed thrust mode and the variable thrust mode. So when we select an airspeed, then we select a mode like the flight level change, the auto throttle, or the climb continuous, or the speed mode, depending on where the aircraft is situated, whether it is in takeoff, climb, cruise, descent, or approach, the altitude and the configuration of the aircraft, like if it has flap or landing gear. So we have in takeoff, climb, and descent we have the fixed thrust mode. In either case, in fixed thrust mode, the airspeed is being adjusted by varying how fast the aircraft climbs and descends, by varying the horizontal trim stabilizer position of the aircraft, the horizontal tail position, or the elevator command using the autopilot and director system panel, automatically or manually using the control, the yoke of the Boeing 777. I'm going to show you also how to do that. Then when the aircraft is flying horizontally or in approach and landing, we have the variable thrust mode, in which the airspeed is being adjusted by varying the thrust commanded by the engine of the Boeing 777-300ER. Then I'm going to show you the LNAV and the VNAV function of the autopilot director system panel. The heading select and the bang angle limit, the heading hold switch, the vertical rate of climb, the descent of the aircraft in 10 feet per minute, the altitude select knob, the altitude hold switch, the VOR localizer with the Lszh localizer approach, and the approach switch with the autoland function of the Boeing 777-300. The thrust levers, as I told you here, the flaps, the slats, the speed brakes. Other things like the horizontal tail trim stabilizer over here. So you can see here we have the yoke, the control, the flight controls. So you can use this the horizontal trim stabilizer to pitch up and pitch down the horizontal tail of the aircraft. This is the horizontal tail here. You can see over here, and you can position this in flight up and down. Also the elevator, so this trims up and trims down the horizontal tail of the aircraft to the surface that balances through the center of gravity and the aerodynamic lift in the wings over here when the aircraft is flying. So you use this switch to trim up and trim down manually, and you can see the position of the horizontal trim here in this trim tab. With this green color is the takeoff also, and the flying limit. So you have nose up and nose down. Also the disconnect for the auto trim I'm gonna show you. Then I'm gonna come to the flight control, show you the flight control, how to control the altitude of the aircraft in flight manually. The overhead panel, you're gonna see the electrical, the hydraulics. So you have the left and the right engine, IDZ, the great drive generator, the electrical, the ADIRU, the data analysis reference unit, the primary flight control computers, the ADIRU that displays here the inertial reference position of the aircraft, the magnetic heading and track, the pitch altitude, the airspeed, barometric pressure, and altitude and radio altitude. So you have all the data here the GPS receivers as well, and the laser gyroscopes for the attitude and the inertial reference of the aircraft. So I'm gonna show you also the hydraulic here pumps, the left and the right engine. So this is the electrical, the APU. We need to start the engine with the APU. Electrical, passenger oxygen, rammer turbine, the lighting of the aircraft and the windshield wipers, the fire extinguishers for the cargo and the APU, the electronic engine control for the engines and the auto start here, the fuel jettison here. We can dump some fuel to lose weight. Also the fuel tank, the left and the right wing, the center tank, the crossfeed valves and the fuel booster pumps, the forward and the aft. And here is the cabin pressurization system that admits pressurizer from left and the right engine for cabin pressurization. We can engine at the ice here, air conditioning ventilation and hydraulic fluid pressurization. So we need also pressurizer from the APU here to start the engines. So we're gonna make an engine start demonstration of how to start them using the APU here. We have also the batteries. So this is the great drive generators from the left and right engine for electric power. You're gonna see the systems here later in this display of the system. So I'm gonna start now showing you the flight controls of the Boeing 777-300 ER. I will control the flight controls of this aircraft using this side stick I have here in front of me. So I use the side stick to control the control column, the horizontal tail of the aircraft up and down the elevator, and also the ailerons and the spoilers to make bunkers left and right, and also the rudder pedals to make turns left to right and go the aircraft in the air or in the ground. So we have here this side stick. I'm gonna show you. We can pitch up and pitch down the aircraft, also make bunkers right and bunkers left, and also the rudder pedals here left and right, also the other side. So you can see also I'm having here the thrust levers. So you can see the thrust levers, how we can adjust the thrust commanded by the engines. So how you can see the side stick deflection is proportional to the yoke over here. Deflection, hope you can see the side stick deflection is proportional to the yoke over here. Also the lighting needs to be correct. So you can climb, you can descend, also make turns to the left and make turns to the right like this. You can see side stick deflection proportional. As I told you, use the thrust levers simultaneously like this to increase the thrust. You can position the thrust levers simultaneously the same way you're flying this aircraft, like in the Horus in a fighter jet, like in F-16. So using this side stick control. So we have also the horizontal trim stabilizer. Here you can pitch trim up and pitch trim down the nose of the aircraft. So we have all the controls. You can see both sides are interconnected. You can see also the rudder pedals here, left and right. We have the rudder, the vertical stabilizer. So this is give us all full control. We can leave also neutral and use the engine like this. So this is the control. I hope you like it. So I'm going to show you now the outside view of doing the same control again. So we have here, I'm going to show you now the outside view of the flight controls and how I use the side stick to control the flight controls. So we go over here you will see the outside view. You can see also we can extend the flaps here like this using this so now extend the flaps, also the speed brakes. You can see here, so we have so now I'm gonna show you how control the flight control using the side stick and the outside view. So you can see the flaps are keep extending, keep coming down. So you can see I have the side stick again. You can climb, descend, make turns, left, make turns, right, either way. So I have full control, also the rudder. So this is how to control the aircraft surfaces, flight control. You can see how reactive it is. Climb, descend, turn left and right. So now going inside, I will show you the rest of the cockpit. I'm gonna make an engine start demonstration, and then I'm gonna make a complete flight from takeoff, climb, cruise, descent, and approach. You're gonna see the complete the whole flight of the aircraft until the landing process. Thank you very much for joining me. This is Thomas Hatsios, the German-American pilot flying the Boeing 737-300ER. I'm gonna start now with the systems. So you can see here we have the display of the aircraft. You can see the airspeed indicated, the airspeed selected from the autopilot and flight director system panel, ground speed, the barometric altitude above the sea level, the altitude selected from the autopilot flight director system panel, the heading selected, the radio altitude, the pitch ladder 8 degrees. This is the artificial horizon with the altitude indicator. So you can see this moving in flight. You can see the pitch ladder 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, 12.5, 15, 17.5 degrees, pitch up and pitch down. In flight, the bang roll, also the flight director takeoff ground, flight mode annunciator. When you fly, you have a positive attitude in flight, like in the pitch ladder. You also may have the needle moving up or moving down, so you may actually descending. You have a positive attitude, but the needle is moving down, so you have to pay attention to all 6 instruments. So we have also other displays here, the auto throttle. I'm gonna show you. So we have an aircraft is coming in later. We're gonna spot it here. You can see the waypoints of the flight plan. Some aircraft flying out close to us. So we have also the display of meters. We have the magnetic heading and track. I'm gonna show you magnetic and true. The hectopascals also. So you have auto throttle left here, also the display here is the barometric pressure. You can see the outflow valves now are open here and reset. So we have auto throttle left. You can see auto throttle left off here, auto throttle right, both auto throttles off, auto throttle right off. Also here the modes, the flight level change, flight director also cancels this mode. You cannot reconnect unless you have the flight director on. When you turn off the flight director, this is off on this mode. So you can set on airspeed and select the mode to be followed or deselect it. Indicator airspeed mark, climb continues, unlock VNAV. So we have all unlock and VNAV now on. The flight level change. Unlock and VNAV. Because we have a flight plan active right now. We have a heading hold also. So we have the flight director now. Bang angle limit here. Altitude hold or flight level change with the LNAV will be now. So you can see when we have a flight plan already created in the flight management computer, that wise give us this information here. You can see both sides also are active, and I use both flight director on. So we have also the autopilot on this, so you can see many indications, the switches on or off. Showing this configuration, you can see here we have it with the heading hold in the altitude 253 nautical miles per hour, target airspeed and target altitude, the pitch ladder here, and the vertical speed. So now we have the AP also, the autopilot on, and the wireless localizer. So we have about 30 minutes more for that of flight. So we have also the bang angle limit, the altitude here. You can set the altitude. It's also altitude hold. So now we're gonna have the altitude hold here. So this is the target altitude, target airspeed, autopilot, LNAV and VNAV. And you have the flight plan here. We have to cross through. So I'm gonna show you now also a couple more things. So you're gonna see here now we have also the vertical rate of climb descent. I'm gonna select a trigonometric angle in degrees, like -3.5 degrees over here. So we're gonna have -3.5 degrees the flight path angle here for descent. So we're gonna have this pitch attitude in fly. It's gonna give us some descent from the horizon line all the way down to -3.5 degrees from the cruise altitude. So I'm gonna show you also the vertical speed. I'm gonna show you the climb. So this will command climb. You have maybe to deactivate this. You really need to change the mode. So I can show you here. Now we have the climb for this heading hold, flight path angle, the ideal. So we have the target airspeed, target altitude, the autopilot on, and the pitch ladder. You can see that 3.5 degrees over here. Pitch attitude, these purple lines. So you can see also we have the flight plan here, as I told you, the stored one. The legs, you can see here the legs. You're gonna have to follow using the LNAV and the VNAV. The legs are on the vertical navigation. Also we have a couple more things to show. Then we go for the engines and a couple more things to show. We have like a descent using the autopilot ladder system panel. So you will see this command descent. So also we have an aircraft flying closer to us, so you're gonna see it in a couple of minutes. So we have setting hold vertical speed. We now, so this is target, there's the target altitude, but we commanded descent. You can see the descent here, minus 3,500 feet per minute. You can also see we have an aircraft flying very close to us here. You can see it moving in the map between the line here with the flight plan. So you have to pay attention. Now it's plus 2,800 feet above us. You can see also the terrain around you is 3,200 maximum, 1,800 minimum. So this flies above these mountains now, plus 2,700 and plus 1,800. You can determine all the altitude maybe where the aircraft is, or use our own altitude. So have over here you can see it blinking, it's coming closer and closer. And you can see also you spotted here in the navigation display with the diamond shaped aircraft, and it's getting closer to our own. It's very close to the point, the waypoint here, the ocean. So it's coming up for landing, as you can see. It has this blink. It's gonna come here for landing. So we have also, I'm gonna show you a couple more things before I'm gonna show you the aircraft. You can track here, it's coming in front of us. Now we have the same course, same heading. Now you can see it's descending because the arrow down is plus 2,300 and it's between the 10 and the 5 nautical miles. So I have to show you one more you can see it now blinking here. It's much closer. You see how we spotted here where the aircraft is. Plus 1,900 here where we are right now, where we are located. So you can see the runway here. So it's almost 5 nautical miles away from us. So now maybe we have to zoom in like this. So we're gonna have another really nice 2.5 nautical miles away. It's plus 1,100 feet. So it's a good thing to know how to use these indications here, like the approach of other aircraft, follow the flight plan. So we have it here at 2.5, we have the 5, 7.5, 10 nautical miles away. You can see the flight plan of the runway we have beside us. Runway 14 now is plus 700, keeps coming up. Nice red beacon you can see. It's gonna be maybe like keep descending. So you can see we're gonna have the traffic now displayed here. And here we have it the yellow indication is the traffic warning. Now it's almost very close for landing. You can see the aircraft, and we just made a track of the aircraft. You can see. So we have a couple more things to show here. So we have also the vertical speed, the climb way. I'm gonna show you now. So you can climb like this: vertical speed, fly path angle, level off, 0. So we have the plus. So this is the last mode I'm gonna show you from the autopilot flight director system panel. We have the climb now to the target airspeed, target altitude, LNAV and VNAV, heading hold vertical speed. Over here we bring, and this is the pitch rate you're gonna have here. For the climb, you can see the purple indication here, this purple mark. Let's show you how fast you need to climb to the cruise altitude. So this is the last mode now. We have also a couple more indications. We need to show you how to disconnect the autopilot. So when we press out this switch, the autopilot here will disconnect. So we press this in. You can see we cannot reset unless we command it in. So we press this out, you see the autopilot, the warning here. And the autopilot is disconnected with red letter over here. So I'm gonna show you one more way to reset the autopilot here using the control wheel. We have this small switch, press it one time, you see autopilot need to connect. Now we disconnect like this, you see the warning, and we have the autopilot disconnect again. And we press one more time and confirm the disconnect action. So you can see here we have also we have a couple more things to see. So you can see we have the display, the upper and the lower ACAS engine indication controller system display that displays the engine function. You can see the speed brakes retract when we move the thrust levers above the idle. So we can extend the speed brakes only when the thrust levers are at idle. If above the idle, the speed brake retract, and we cannot extend the speed brake. We can extend it only one. We can see the flaps, also the position. We can retract the flaps like this, all the way up, all the way down, and you see where the flaps are here in this display, the flaps. So you have it here, how much thrust you use, the landing gear here up and down, alternate gear, gear override, lock override, terrain override. So we have also the landing gear extend and retract speed, the auto brake here, rejected takeoff, maximum setting for landing. So also we have here you can see the flaps limit, extend and retract. So we have, as I told you, the flaps here. We have the auto throttle, the disconnect switch. Over here you can see we have a takeoff go around, also the disconnect. This disconnects the auto throttle, takeoff go around. We have the thrust reversal, so I will show you 1 second. The horizontal trim stabilizer here for pitching up and pitching down. As I told you, the horizontal tail section of the aircraft over here. So this also has It has the auto trim from the autopilot and flight director system panel, this function, and it has the normal and the alternate trim knobs here. And you can see the horizontal trim stabilizer, the position here, nose up and nose down. You can see also the parking brakes related to the horizontal trim. But we have also, as I told you, the auto trim. If you have a failure of the auto trim because of the hydraulic system over here, the C or the R, which is also pressurized, so we have to use only the manual trim over here for picking up and down the aircraft inside. So you have to come here and disconnect the auto trim, this red guarded switches, open it up and disconnect from normal to cut out the CNDR stabilizer trim, as you can see. So you can see also the radio and communication panel, the weather radar, the transporter. We have other functions. You can use always the normal here trim for the aircraft. Also the aileron trim. Here you can see the aileron trim setting, the switches and the rudder trim modes. So we have also the fire extinguishers for the left and right engine, pull out and twist. We have the transporter here, you can see transporter set some mode and frequencies. We have also the fuel flow to the left and the right engine here, the fuel control for the left and the right engine. We have the left and right engine here, the thrust levers like this. Moving up, you will see the indications here for the upper and lower rate. As you can see, the N1, which is low speed starters, have low pressure and compressor turbine of the turbofan engine, the left and the right. So we can move both together. You can see also the other one the opposite way, so you have either one indicated here, whichever engine you use. Also, as I told you, you can use both engines at the same time. You can see it takes a couple of seconds for the commanded thrust lever position in the actual for the engines to pull up and pull down. So you have to dissipate inside. You can see the takeoff, maximum takeoff, 104.6%. The M1, which is low speed starter, has low pressure compression turbine of the turbofan, which is engine, the exhaust gas temperature per engine. The bleed air, the pressure rates from the left and right engine, the total fuel on board, some other warnings not related to the engine. The M2, which is the high speed starter, has the high pressure compression turbine of the turbofan with the engine, the fuel flow per engine per hour, 1000 kilograms, 1000 pounds, oil pressure, oil temperature, oil quantity, and the vibration of the M2 stays on the engine. All these are displayed using the FADEX, the full authority digital electronic control computers. The FADEX, the full authority electronic control computers, control display all the functions of the engine, like the N1, which is low speed starter and has low pressure compressor and turbine of the turbofan engine, the exhaust gas temperature per engine, the fuel flow per engine per hour, the N2, which is the high speed starter and high pressure compressor turbine of the turbofan engine, the oil pressure, oil temperature, oil quantity, and the vibration of the two stages of the engine. Also the FADEX, the full authority electronic control computer, one installed per engine, dual channel redundancy, one channel takes, the other takes over. Control monitors the fuel flow, fuel metering unit, fuel heat exchangers, and also as we climb the aircraft into higher or lower altitudes, we have different fuel mixture requests. So this is done automatically using the FADEX. So I'm gonna set now the overhead panel and make the engine start demonstration. So we have a couple more minutes left. So we go here, overhead upper panel. You can see the overhead panel. We have this for disconnecting the hydraulic fluid in flight, the circuit breakers, the overview of the overhead panel, the ADIRU, the primary flight control computers. So we can use this to turn on the APU to start the engines. Also you can see the thrust asymmetry compensator on and off, the left and right engine IDC, the great drive generator for electric power, the battery, primary and APU, the passenger oxidizer, the ramming turbine, the hydraulic system. So I'm gonna show you now. If we turn off all the hydraulics, you will see the failures that will occur. We have also electronic engine control for the engine, the fuel system, and the pressurizer. So this is the main things you can see in the overhead panel. So we turn off the hydraulic pumps. You will see all the systems that fail: the stabilizer, flight controls, hydraulic pressure, primary LCR. So we have alternate flaps also, hydraulic pressure, LCNR coming up. So it's a good thing to have the hydraulics on and then to the auto. So we lose all the flight controls almost like this. We need also to have the backup generators, the lighting system, windshield wipers, fire extinguishers for the cargo and APU, electronic engine control for the engines, normal, alternate mode. So this is the auto start here, on and off for the engine. You can dump some fuel here to lose weight in an emergency or heavy load landing. We have the left and the right wing tank, the center tank, the fuel on board, crossfeed valves on. So you can see the wing and engine radii here, like this. The cabin pressurization system, automatic, like this, manual. We use the outflow valves open and close when flying the descent, select the landing altitude. And here is the pressurizer, left engine, right engine, and we need also the APU to start the engine. So I'm going to show you also how to use this. When you turn off, we're going to have a couple of failures, like the bleeder and the cabin pressurization, also some hydraulics. You're gonna see it's gonna be less after. So we have hydraulic pressure demand C1 and C2. So we go over here and turn on all the pressurizer like this. So this is the main overview of the overhead panel. Now we're going for the engine start demonstration. One last section here I'm gonna show you. We need this. So we have here the menu. You can see the FMC menu, display on, the systems, the engine, the status. You can see the hydraulics, the APU is running, and the oxygen level, the checklist, the normal menu before start when we do the resets, the non-normal menu. We have a failure, communication, not use, and synoptics. The doors are closed. The cabin can be pressurized, the landing gear, the temperature of the brakes and the pressure of the tires, the electric 120 to 200 volts, 400 Hz alternate frequency, the IDG, the backup generator, the APU, 27 volts, the battery, and the charge in average. Hydraulic system, 3000 psi, left and right. I show you the pumps, how to use them, where the hydraulic fluid goes. Fuel on board, left and right wing, center tank is empty with yellow crosses, total fuel on board. The left and right wing tank feeds the left and right engine, and the crossfeed valves can back up either engine with either wing tank and or balance the fuel between the left and right. And also we have the APUs fed from the left wing using the DC motor. And you can see here the minimum fuel temperature below which the fuel freezes when we fly at higher altitudes. The pressurizer from the left and the right engine, the APU need the backflow to start the engine. You can see we move this forward, you're gonna see more pressurizer admitted, and also the flight controls, the last page. So you can see here we have the flight controls like this. We can control either side. So we go back here, modes, engine, over here. We can restart the engines like this, turn off both low and high pressure fuel valves. You will see the overhead panel reset, and we have the warning here that we have lost both engines. You can see engine auto start right and left. engine shut down. There is no fuel flow now, so we have to look up a little bit forward, the right and the left wing. You can see there is some spinning because there is a pressurizer right now, but there is no fuel flow. We need to turn the fuel on, back on like this. So we have the fuel flow. We're gonna pop up and we're gonna have the engine start like this. So we are ready for takeoff. We have the engine start, and we can also set the flaps here, and also CDU. We have the menu, FMC, center of gravity, flaps 15 degrees, and we have V1, V2, V rotate for this takeoff over here. So we go back, disarm the parking brakes, we take the runway clearance, so we go for takeoff like this. We steer into the runway. Is maximum maybe thrust for takeoff. So we have the runway empty, and we take the runway clearance. We can taxi into the runway. We have the landing lights on. So we use also this for normal steering and the rudder pedals. So we have the LNAV on, the flap set, advance the thrust levers, maximum takeoff, and now we go like this. So we have 100 knots, V1, we rotate, pitching up slightly like this. So we have the positive rate of climb like this, and we're pitching up, as you can see. So we just departed. So landing gear up. We use the VNAV like this. So we are 2000, as you can see, 400 feet above the ground, 4500 feet above the sea level. With the airspeed is 180 knots right now. And now we need also to start making the turn, I believe. You can see also the stall speed here, very close to the stall speed. So this is our airspeed and the stall speed, very close. We're gonna use maximum now, thrust power like this. You can see the trend line of the airspeed increasing, so we need to avoid the stall speed. So this is after takeoff, where we are. So maybe use some more airspeed, I believe. For the initial climb. As you can see also, you can see the rating of the engines here, the climb. So we keep making the turn here. You can see again the airspeed The rate of climb it was 3,000 feet per minute and 11,000 above the sea level. So this is a view now where we are located, a beautiful view of the aircraft as we cruise and as we climb actually on cruise. Yeah. So we have also the star sign here, beautiful star sign, and Zurich, the Switzerland. So we have the beautiful view of the Boeing 777 here. So we fly with 650 kilometers an hour right now. So I'm gonna show you now a little bit more inside. Also we have this beautiful view, as I told you, the Zurich. So we need to balance here a little bit. We have a very high rate of climb right now. Use maybe less flaps and increase the airspeed like this. So we're gonna have also to cruise around here. So we need to fix the first waypoint. We're gonna cross here, as you're gonna see, and we have 14 more minutes for this video record to end here as we keep climbing. And we have this beautiful view, also the star sign, the beautiful galaxy here, the stars, as you can see. And we have the lake also, the beautiful lake of the Switzerland. We're gonna see it in a couple of minutes. So we keep climbing. So we are 20,000 feet here now, and we need so you can see we have the France here in this side, the Germany, the Bayern Munich is like 20 minutes away with the aircraft, like 8.5 miles. You can see the Germany all over, and the Switzerland, the Swiss Alps here this side. So we cross the first waypoint, we go for the second. You can see the airspeed now is increasing, is 215, the altitude, the rate of climb, the target airspeed, target altitude. So we have 12 more minutes to go. We cross here 33,000 feet, as you can see. So we have here the chemtrails and the contrails. You can see the frozen vapors from the aircraft, this beautiful display as we flying higher, like 34,000 feet. So 33,800. So now we're flying with almost 600 kilometers an hour or 250 meters per second. You can see we keep climbing. We almost reached the cruise altitude here. So we have again the moon is here, the Germany and the lake. So we need to level up and be going inside now for leveling off, and then start the turn for going back into the airport. So we'll track all the flat and need to start going back. So we're gonna make a turn horizontally like that, holding as much as possible the altitude here level. So we cruise here over the Switzerland, the Swiss Alps, and we have the galaxy view also in the Germany, the France behind us. You can see the frozen rivers again, the chemtrails in the lake of the Switzerland. So we have about 9 more minutes to go back home maybe. So we fly with about 980 kilometers an hour, 300 meters per second, almost 35,200 feet right now. So we're going back into the cockpit for the rest of the flight. As you can see, we need to maintain cruise level here. You can also connect the autopilot now, just for aid. We have the autopilot guidance now of the aircraft, and we have like 9 more minutes left for this flight. You can see the following of the autopilot guidance, and now we're cruising 35,000 feet with the autopilot on, and we're going back to the airport. So this is our spacecraft at night, the galactic view, the Boeing 777-300ER jet aircraft. So going back over here. We need also the route and the approach and landing configuration, and we need also to start the ascent now. So you can see we are level, and we start the descent process. So we descend like this. So we're gonna make a rapid descent, also use the speed brake, extend. You can see the engines at idle now, idle thrust. Also where we are positioned right now, we keep having the chemtrails like this for a couple of more minutes. So this is again the spacecraft view as we keep descending, and we have like 6 more minutes to go. So we need also to come here and configure this. You can see the autopilot kicks on. We need to decrease the airspeed now. We keep press setting. So we're gonna have this warning now. Maybe excess airspeed. We need also to disconnect the autopilot here. We keep the setting. Also use the wall localizer. So here we have the runway, and we are almost 3 minutes away. We have 2 more minutes for this to go for landing. So hopefully we're gonna make it. You can see also the outside view where we are located right now, how we descend for the landing. So we have the flat set, some manual thrust. We are a little bit higher. But we are within the localizer. So we are aligned now with the runway. So we're gonna make it before the video ends, as we're going for the runway landing. We are also aligned with the localizer, as you can see. So we are across the line here. So we just touched down, parking brakes, and full reverse thrust. So we have the full reverse and the parking brakes, and we're going for slow down. And here we are. Just made it in a very nice landing again. Very beautiful landing. As you can see, here where we are located. We have the nose wheel here is perfectly safe. There is no breakouts or the landing gear. Also this side you can see the nose wheel. There is no breakouts of the tires, no parts. The aircraft, all the landing gear behind it.